Welcome back to the Pepsi Cal Sports Report. Talking with Rich Feller, volleyball, tremendous end of your season to beat Stanford at Stanford in another really good match. I mean, this was high quality volleyball, four-setter. They won the first. You come back and win the next three, but three of those decided by 2 points. I mean, if you're a volleyball fan, these are the kind of matches you like to watch.
Yeah, and it's the kind of matches you like to coach. You know, obviously I feel a lot better with the outcome. But even in the middle of those sets, even when we had just lost set number one barely by 2, I said to the players, this is fun. We've got to enjoy this. This is what volleyball is all about. They've got a great crowd. We're playing our rival. We're playing for positioning in the NC2A and the Pac-12.
Or at least you thought.
Or at least we thought that part, yes. And it doesn't get any better than that. And at halftime, you know, after we tied them up, same thing. You know, you got to have fun. One of the goals of the team going into this match was to play free, and they'd never written that on the goal board before. And I just loved it. I thought that was the perfect comment for the way we needed to go out there and do it, and they really did, and it showed.
All year long, we've talked about your domination at the net, and you played well at the net again. You out-blocked at Stanford, out-hit Stanford, but your defense was really a key in this match. You guys were able to get it from the back row to the setter and then put it down.
You know, that's something we've keyed on for the last couple of weeks because it has been a source of pride for us in the past, and then it's slipped a little bit. And I think our dig to set to kill ratio was much higher than it's been all year long. And just the coordination of the back row players, you know, they were doing the parallel movement, both going for the same ball. The person that could get to it first got it. The other person just fell by the wayside. And it was kind of a thing of beauty to see the choreography that was going on to make plays during the course of the match.
Congratulations on the win. And then the NCAA selection committee came out with their pairings, and they decided that you're going to go down to the Pepperdine region. And are you going to bus down or fly? Bus?
We're busing because according to Google Maps, it's under 400 miles. Just.
Really?
And it depends on how you go. If you go 101,
That's true.
It's 401. If you go Highway 5, it's about 390. So the NC2A has mandated since 9/11 that if it's within 400 miles, you can bus. And actually, it was 300, and they expanded it 2 years ago to 400. So, you know, for us, it's a difference of maybe an hour to an hour and a half. What with air travel and waiting for buses and getting to the airport early, it's in that margin that maybe it doesn't matter that much. The hardest thing is, you know, we got a bunch of women that are 6'1", 6'2", 6'4", and you're sitting on a cramped bus. So we're hoping we get a bus that reclines, some seats, and, you know, for sure a DVR, maybe even Wi-Fi, something they can study. We're getting hammered because the matches are Thursday, Friday, so we're missing an additional day of school. And we're leading up to finals week right now. So the players are kind of in a panic right now, meeting with advisors. We'll probably be proctoring tests on the road. But hopefully that's 6 hours, 7 hours in the bus. They can get some quality studying done.
2 years ago, Jeff Tedford and the football team bused to UCLA, and they had the movies and the whole deal. And yeah. They ended up winning at UCLA. So it ended up being a good experience. So maybe you'll do the same thing as well. Now, your first match is against North Carolina. Tell us about the Tar Heels, and then subsequently you're in the same region, as it turns out, with 2 other Pac-12 schools, Oregon and USC.
Yeah. You know, the Tar Heels are much improved. We saw them last year in the second round of the tournament at our place. They'll give us as good a first round opponent as we could ever hope for or want or maybe not want. And then, of course, there's Pepperdine and Missouri State in that same sub-regional. That should be a good match as well. Missouri State's a feisty team, and Pepperdine won the WCC this year. They're very good. They're big, they're physical, they're a talented team. If whoever leaves that area gets to go to Hawaii, or has to go to Hawaii, or is forced to go to Hawaii, I don't know which it really is. Yeah. And there's a possibility of Nebraska advancing to that regional. There's a possibility of Oregon advancing to that regional. And there's a really good possibility of USC advancing to that regional and Hawaii the host. So if the 3 seeds and let's say Cal sneaks in there, that's going to be the most competitive regional in the country, bar none. It's going to be a little mini Final Four, not unlike last year's regional in Seattle for us. You know, everyone was talking about the regional, the death regional, and whoever wins that has got a shot. Well, that might be the way it is in Hawaii as well.
Well, good luck this week. Enjoy the bus trip to and from.
Thanks.
And hopefully we'll talk to you next week. Wrap things up. All right.
Thank you.
Head coach Rich Feller as the women's volleyball team heads to the NCAA tournament once again. When we come back, we'll have more on the Pepsi Cal Sports Report.